Today, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, this is the National Football League. As we'll see Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on Daniel Jones and the New York Giants.
Few better places in the country weather-wise this time of year than this one right here, Tampa, Florida, at beautiful Raymond James Stadium. Today, two NFC clubs going head-to-head, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Certainly happy to have you along. Chase McLaughlin has it on the tee, and off we go here in Tampa. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants, but his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
Jones wants to throw to start things out here. Steps away. He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And Saquon going to have a Giants first down as he'll get this down to the 40.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 23. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Over the middle, complete. That's White. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So certainly a defensive mistake here in the first quarter, getting hit with a roughing the passer call.
And that hurts not just because of the yardage you gave up and give them a fresh set of downs, but that brought the home crowd into this one. And when you go on the road, your job is to silence the crowd, not energize them.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up second down. From just shy of midfield, here's second down at 7. They stay on the ground with White. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On third down, Mayfield. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Back deep is Gunnar Olszewski. And oh my, mistake there. Backs up, takes a fair catch at the 3-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On third down, Barkley. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And they work this out past the 25. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
If there's one thing they are lacking in, it's confidence. They took a big and maybe unnecessary risk going for that 4th down. He put them on his shoulders, though, and paid off the big-time gamble.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Steps away to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. Being chased out left. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for a situation.
Oh, he tried to throw back over the middle, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now Mayfield. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw on target to Godwin here. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. Here's Mayfield. Right back to Chris Godwin. And the Buccaneers are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Mayfield. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Now Jones, eluding the pressure right. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
On 1st and 10, Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Barkley, inside handoff. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Flush to his right. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A run between the tackles with Breida. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Now Jones, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else.
They'll start the drive with a give to White. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They keep it on the ground. White again. And running with power here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Mayfield now on 2nd down. That's to Evans, and what a nice catch that is. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. To throw, Mayfield. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Mayfield to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Mayfield with it once more.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay!
34 yards for the rookie Rachaad White. And the Bucs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So how about the fortitude there? They're in field goal range, but they say, no, forget the 3. We think we can get the first, and they wind up getting a lot more than they bargained for.
And I love how you used an SAT word to describe what we just saw there, partner. That's got to be a deflated defense. You see the head down, the shoulders slumped. But we've talked about this before. Sometimes as a defense, you get so wrapped up in defending the first down line that that's your last line of defense. And once they get past that, they're gone.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left. More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. Jones. Flushed out right. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage was so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10, eluding the pressure right.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On 2nd and 10, Jones escaping the pressure right. Open target here, Darius Slayton. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. Jones. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 20-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a solid first half for the running back, Rachaad White. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a first down.
And he'll be the one in the film session. If he's saying, hey, run that one back, Coach.
Yeah.
Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that again.
1 more time.
And they won't.
8 more times.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Mayfield now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. There's Evans again. Complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. Mayfield looks to throw. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
First down, here's White. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. From the 20, here's 2nd and 3. Throwing, Mayfield. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Looking to throw. Jones. Flush to his right. That ball caught by Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards the pickup there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Jones. Flushed out right. He's got this complete to Robinson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 22 yards there, a first down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley, sliding out of the pocket. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now Jones on third down, buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. Gano's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within one score.
It certainly does because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Well, Rachaad White and the rest of this Tampa Bay offense going back to work now. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that second score here in the third quarter. 88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now back to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now 3rd and 2. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Back to throw. Jones eluding the pressure right. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley.
Elijah Cansey in on the stop.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Off play action. Jones rolling to his right. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones steps away to his left, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It'll go as a sack for a loss of a yard, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones escaping the pressure right.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And they get Tristan Wirfs, first-round pick in 2020. Mayfield on play action. This is caught by Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Look at Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On second down, they'll run with White. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Now Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it. Lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
So now Jones and the Giants down by 5, 1:09 to play. And they need to go 98 yards, the same distance John Elway went back in 1987 as they come up on first down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Now Jones. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Jones. Being chased out left. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.